Hello, friends. Welcome back to a new lesson and a new day and a new attitude for learning. That's right. And learning English. Isn't that exciting? I think it is. My name is Mrs. Bruson and I am here with another probably, hopefully, great lesson that is going to help us on our trajectory of learning English. Okay, so let's go ahead and let me go ahead and show you our topic for this morning or for today. And these are topics. It's a compound topic: possessive adjectives versus possessive pronouns. How are they different, right? Well, we'll look at that in just a few minutes. Here is our objectives, or here are our objectives for today. Okay, so we have two because we have two different topics. I can express possession by using possessive adjectives in English. I can use possessive pronouns correctly, orally, and in writing. And that is also the objective for possessive adjectives, of course, that we can always use them orally and in writing in its correct form. Okay? Well, let's go ahead and begin with one of them at a time. Okay? So here we have possessive adjectives. So what's a possessive adjective? Well, a possessive adjective shows is an ownership word. So it shows ownership, okay? So here we have what our book has. I did not say that at the beginning, but this lesson is aligned to the Edge Level B curriculum, okay? And we are in chapter 4. Okay, and this transparency comes right out of our book. And here is what they have for possessives. Okay, so possessive adjectives. It says use a possessive adjective to tell who has or owns something. Put the possessive adjective before the noun, right? And there are some examples over here. Now, I know it can be a little bit confusing. Look at the subject pronouns and look at the possessive adjectives. Many people think that these adjectives are actually pronouns, and they are not because the pronouns are coming next. Okay, so let's go ahead and unpack this. Okay, so let's unpack possessive adjectives first. Okay, friends. So let's go ahead and answer this question that we've seen before. What is a possessive adjective? So in English, we use possessive adjectives all the time. You probably haven't realized it, but we do. Though we probably haven't always known that they have a name. That's right. Many people confuse possessive adjectives for pronouns. Okay, so here is the list of the possessive adjectives in English: my, your, his, her, its, our, their, and yes, I am missing its. Okay, but we will look at it in with a little more detail in a little while, so it's okay. Now, a possessive adjective is never ever alone. This is the big difference between possessive adjectives and possessive pronouns, which we will see later on. Okay, so a possessive adjective is never alone. It is always accompanied by the noun it modifies. So it's always going to be adjective, noun. Okay, and they're just like that, one next to the other. So we have the possessive adjective first and the noun that it is modifying next to it together. Examples are here: my book, his book, their book. Okay, so just remember that possessive adjectives are always with the noun they modify. That's it. That's the way it goes. Okay, let's go ahead and look at it in a little more detail, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're just going to look at the personal pronouns and the relative possessive adjective, okay? So that we can put them together next to each other. So the first one that we have is I, and the possessive adjective is my. So I have a book, my book is on the table, right? Okay. This person two for the personal pronouns is you, and the possessive adjective is your. That is your book. Your book is on the table, right? Then we have he, and the possessive adjective that goes with that gender is his. That is, let's see, that is a book. His book is on the table. He has a book. His book is on the table. Okay, the next one is she, and the possessive adjective that goes with she is, okay, she has a book. Her book is on the table. Okay. The next one is it. And remember that it is for anything that is not a person, right? So the book has a cover. Its cover is red, for example. The dog has a bone, is big, whatever. Okay? The next one is we. And the possessive adjective that goes with that is our. Okay? We have a book. Our book is on the table. And then the last one is they. They have a book. Their book is on the table. Now remember that they, just like it, they can be used for also non-living things or things that are not people, right? Can be used for any noun. That's what I'm trying to say, any plural noun. Okay. Okay, friends. So let's go ahead and look at this. So what's a possessive adjective? It's an ownership word. Yes, when I say my book, I am the owner of that book. I possess the book. It's mine, right? It's not my neighbor. It's not my friend. It's my book. So it's an ownership word. Let's go ahead and look at a few of the examples here, a few of the things that we can describe. So, for example, I like Carlos. He is my friend, not yours, not his, my friend. Okay? His stories tell about real life. So whose stories? So again, whose stories? Carlos. Not mine, not yours, Carlos' stories. Okay? So if I was going to replace that with a possessive noun, I would say Carlos' stories, right? So his stories, Carlos, belong to him. Several students at the library listened to one of Carlos' stories. See it here? Okay. What was their opinion? They were listening to the stories. So what was their opinion on it? And I want you to match the possessive adjective with the noun or pronoun that it goes with. Okay, so let's look at this. Let's look at this example. Carlos told a story about his mother. So we have the noun Carlos, and we have the possessive adjective his, okay? So we need to match the possessive adjective with the noun or pronoun that it goes with, right? So with what noun does his go? Yes, you're right. It goes with Carlos, okay? Because Carlos is Carlos's mother, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the next example. She worked hard. Her life was not easy. So, she, right? So, whose life? She. Whoever she is. Maybe Carlos's mother, I don't know. But her life was not easy. So, it's referring to the first pronoun in the first sentence, she. Okay, so she worked hard. That's why she didn't have an easy life. That's why her life was not easy, right? So she is the antecedent to the possessive adjective her. Okay? Okay, let's go ahead and do some examples here together. Okay, let's look at this. So what I want you to do is I just want you to pause the video and try to choose the correct word to complete the sentence. Okay? So it could be a pronoun or it could be a possessive adjective. See what completes the sentence. Okay, so let me go ahead and read it aloud, leaving the blanks there, and maybe that will help a little bit. So Curtis still could not read. Blank problem remained a secret. Mr. and Mrs. Aikens were proud parents, and blank hopes for Curtis were high. Curtis hoped to be the first person in blank family to graduate from college. College proved impossible for him, though. Blank demands were just too great. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the first two sentences. Cody still could not read, blank problem remained a secret. Okay, so in the first sentence, who is that sentence talking about? Yes, a guy called Curtis, right? So then who has the problem? He has the problem. So we have to demonstrate that it is his problem, right? So his problem remained a secret. Curtis's problem, okay? Not his parents, not his sister, but Curtis's problem. So his problem. We're replacing Curtis with the possessive adjective his. Okay, let's look at the second one. Mr. and Mrs. Aikens were proud parents. And what? Yes, and their hopes, because it is theirs, okay, nobody else's. Their hopes for Curtis were high. Okay, how about the last two? Okay, Curtis hoped to be the first person in his, because this is a guy, right? And the last one is college proved impossible for him, though. What was impossible? So it's demands, right? Because it is a possessive. The college is the one that owns or has the demands. So it's demands. So let's go ahead and look at it. Okay, so here we go. His problem, their hopes, his family, its demands, right? Okay, friends. Now we're going to go ahead and look at possessive pronouns. Okay, so now we're changing gears, possessive pronouns. And here we go. So what are the possessive pronouns? Again, this is coming right out of our textbook. Here they are: mine, yours, his, hers, ours, and theirs. Okay, so here is possessive adjectives with its relative possessive pronouns, so that we can see them together. So possessive adjectives are on top, possessive pronouns are on the bottom, on the second row. So my, mine, your, yours, his, her, hers, ours, theirs. And it doesn't change. It's okay. All right. So possessive adjectives are used before a noun. Always remember that. So possessive adjectives, like I mentioned before, they're accompanied by a noun. Okay, so the adjective with the noun. Okay, so my book, right? Remember that? Okay, so but a possessive pronoun stands alone. The book is mine. Okay, yeah, you have my book, that book, it's mine. Okay, so you see there is no noun following the possessive pronoun. Okay, so all my books are here, all the books here are mine. You see it? Okay. Okay, here we go. My sister reads magazines. These are her magazines. These magazines are hers. Okay, you see? Okay, so they are alone. Our reviews are published in the newspaper. The review in today's paper was ours. Okay. Other people share their opinions. Do our opinions match theirs? And we are going to try it. Okay, so this time what I want you to do is I just want you to do it verbally, okay? So we're just going to use our oral language for this. So after Curtis could read, new dreams became his dreams. So how can I change that for just the one word, the one possessive pronoun? Yes, after Curtis could read, new dreams became his. That's it, okay? Because we already have dreams there, so it's just referring back to that. That's the antecedent, okay? So here we go. After Curtis could read, new dreams became his. Okay, let's go ahead and look at number 2. Curtis thought, I don't know other people's futures, but my future is shining brightly. So how can I replace my future? Very good, yes. So he could say, remember that we have that chart, so mine. Yes. I don't know other people's futures, but mine is shining brightly. Again, we don't need to say my future. We can say mine, and we know exactly what he's referring to because we have the antecedent before. We have people's futures. So we know we're talking about futures, correct? Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the last one. Reading is a gift, and it is a gift for you. Can it be our gift too? So how can I replace that underline? Okay, so we have here two different ones, right? So reading is a gift, and it is a gift to you. Can it be our gift too? So the first one, like I said, it can be yours, right? I could say that. Can it be ours too? Okay, so let's look at it. Here we go. And it is yours. Can it be ours too? Okay, that's it. So remember, once again, I just want to make sure that you do not forget that, here we go. Yes, possessive adjectives must agree with the nouns they modify. That's number one. So if it's he has a book, his book. Okay. We have a book, our book. Okay. And number one. Okay. And here is our activity for today. Okay. So just click on the slide, or just click right there to access the activity. I'm also going to put the link right there with the video in case you don't have access to Canvas or PowerSchool. No, not PowerSchool, sorry, or Google Classroom. Then you can just access it through the video. Okay. And with that, friends, I have to say thank you for being with me one more time. Thank you for your attention, and I will see you next time.